What's up traders? Hope you all having an awesome day. An update here on nat gas, gold, silver and crude oil, starting with natural gas. But before I continue, let me tell you something. We had a nice moves out of commodities. Almost all the commodities are moving nicely. All of them are moving with conditions. So that is what I want to show you. I want to give you the other condition, how we can enter the next trade and how we entered the trade previously nicely, all with conditions. So let me show you what I've said in my last video so that you can understand how nicely we can take our trades with conditions. I want to show you how you can take your valid entries. And now hit the level of resistance and form a bearish candle. Now, if you ask me, are we still bullish or not? I would say not yet. The change in trend can only happens technically if the price will break above this previous high. If we have that, only then I'll start to look for my reversal bullish trades. Right here, if you want to mark these zones on your charts, please go ahead and mark these zones on your charts. Right here, the price is now inside a red zone. I mentioned last week that we can expect a possible push down. I still look for bearish conditions. That is why be cautious. Look for the conditions. Once we have a condition, I'll keep you guys informed. For now, we can still get a pullback and a possible double bottom. So for now, we are getting a rejection from this termination zone above in yellow. All I want to see a completion of the right shoulder, and with that, rejection within this termination box. Now, let me tell you something. This whole box is my termination zone. We can now get a nice pullback looking at this resistance zone, and that can be a formation of the left shoulder as well. Yeah, we are getting a valid bearish engulfer, so we can get a possible pullback and hit of termination zone. And if I get a condition exactly like this, a very good example here in the termination zone, that is my buy signal. Nice one. So as you can see how nicely we had a condition, how nicely we waited for the conditions. We had first entry here, that was an aggressive order that hit our take profit, and then we had another push up as mentioned in my yesterday's video that we are getting a valid bearish engulfing pattern here on capital.com, and also if you are trading on NYMEX platform, we are getting a bearish engulfing pattern. I'm going to talk about the termination zone in a second, but let me show you how we had this condition first, which I call an aggressive entry and bearish engulfing pattern, and that is not an alien for you. That was also sent in the weekly zones report of natural gas. So the members, that price has a level of resistance that is right above price, and that is why if price pushes a little higher, then that is an area I will look for possible sell trade with entry conditions on smaller time frame, and these are the zones that was already sent on all three platforms. So this was my first indication, and this was my first trigger that I want to look if the price forms some sort of signal. Now if you are trading on this platform or NYMEX, we had a bearish engulfer, and that was a valid entry, and that easily hit your take profit. So we had a zone there that we were prepared to take our entries. Then we had a bearish engulfer that happens in the zone at the area of value. It was a valid bearish engulfer, and that pushed the price lower. Now let's talk about the termination zone and what to expect next. I'm going to come back on capital.com in a moment. So right in the termination zone, the way I take my head and shoulder bullish trade is if the price forms a left shoulder, then a head, and now we are in a process of forming a right shoulder. Now we are still within the termination zone, and within this termination zone, if the price forms a next candle which is a bullish engulfing pattern, and that must be within this termination zone. If the price pushes lower even with the wick and go equal to the previous wick, which is right here, in that case we will have invalid head and shoulder pattern, and then it will become a double bottom pattern. So that was also mentioned in my previous videos. For the valid head and shoulder pattern, I will look for an entry condition. Now I've clearly mentioned yesterday that we can expect a very nice push down, and that can be a formation of the head and shoulder pattern. Possibly with this push down, we'll go for the little scalp that happens, and then we can look for the next entry if we get. If there is no entry, there is no point of entering the trade. I'm still looking for a valid condition which will be a bullish engulfer. If it pushes lower equal to this level, we will have a double bottom pattern. Now I know the zone for me is below, but right here on capital.com, just keep an eye on the zone which is 2.110, goes up to 2.235. Now I already said that I've tested capital.com and Oanda, and if I get an entry condition on either of the platform, I still take my trade. Let's say I've got an entry condition here, I enter on Oanda, I set my target here. If my target hit here first, I exit my trade on Oanda. So that is how you can also look for a valid condition. The reason I use these both platforms because capital.com is similar to the most of the traders platform they use for their nat gas trading. I have recently started Nemex, so I'm not sure how the platform will work here. It's also a futures of natural gas. That is why I'm not really sure how it reacts. But for the traders who are trading on this platform, that is why I want to give you the zones for this one as well. So the zone here for Nemex, it is right here. If the price pushes lower, this is the zone from where you can look for your buy trades. And if we have a bullish engulfer within this termination box, in that case we have another buy signal. First target will be till this termination box above. If broken above, we have a trigger of second entry and the price will likely push higher. For less aggressive trader, we have a break above. In that case, you have a bullish entry. For aggressive trader, that bullish engulfers or a pin bar will be your entry within this rejection box. Again, if the price pushes lower equal to this head, in that case we have invalid pattern, and in that case we will have a possible double bottom pattern. So keep an eye here. These are the conditions I'm closely looking at for my buy trades. You have already seen the zones. In case you missed it, for Oanda we have a zone here for support. For Capital.com we have a zone here for support, and for Nemex we have a zone here for support. That is an area. If the price gets to this level, we are looking for a possible buy trade. For now, keep looking for a pattern here. If we have a push down and price won't close below this previous low, in that case, if we have a rejection, we have a valid entry. If close below, in that case we have a continuation towards the downside. So keep an eye here. Do not have a valid head and shoulder pattern here, but I'll still look for a double bottom pattern if you are trading on this platform. So keep an eye here. If there is any confusion, you can always email me at support@thewaitofmoneymarcus.net. Let's move on to gold and let's see what's happening here on gold. Nice one. The price is pushing up, and now if you have seen my video where I've taught you how to trade symmetrical triangle patterns, we have a good example here that happens above 50 EMA, and as you can see, the price has broken above and pushes higher. At this point, I want to see a pullback. Let me show you what I've said in my last video so that you can understand conditions and entries. Gold, we might get some sort of consolidation within this triangle, and once we are broken above, in that case we have a chance that price will push higher, as now we are above all the EMAs. I'm not selling gold, only look for buy opportunities at this point. I'm expecting a price to push higher. So nice one. As price pushes up, in that case we have a big candle right here. All I'm expecting a little pullback and then price to shoot higher. That can be aggressive entry if you are trading this symmetrical triangle pattern. Right at the close of this candle, stop loss, you can place it below 50 EMA, take profit wherever you want to take it. Is totally up to you. Otherwise, for the pullback entry, I want to see a complete high from this previous high. In that, after that, I want to see a pullback followed by bullish engulfer. That is a less aggressive way to enter, and keep on taking longs till the price gets to the level above in red, which is a major resistance. 2063.31 goes up to 2075.69, from where I'll be looking to enter my sell trade with bearish engulfers, double top inverted hammers, 382 candle bearish from the zone above in red. Right here on silver is pushing up nicely and slowly. Like I mentioned yesterday, we had a bullish pressure with this 382 candle, and we had a bullish engulfer. That was a valid entry. For now, I'm expecting a price to push high and keep on making new highs once the price break above this high. After that, I'll start to look for new highs and keep on taking my pullback entries till the price gets to the level above. We're also getting a nice flag pattern, and if the price broke above this pattern, we have a chance that the price will break above and keep on pushing higher. And again, I will look for pullback entries after that. And the zone above to take your sell trade, a counter sell trade, is 25.86 goes up to 26.39, from where I'll be looking to enter my sell trade with bearish engulfers, double top inverted hammers, and 382 candle bearish for my next counter sell trade. Last one, we have crude oil. Otherwise, price just made a new high. I'm only expecting a pullback and bullish engulfer. If I get that, I will take another long trade. So only looking for buying opportunities. Has pushed up nicely. Like I mentioned yesterday, that all I'm looking at a pullback as price made a new high. And after that, we had another high. We had a pullback followed by bullish engulfer. Now, if you're a student in MMTA, you know all the rules are met here for your bullish entry. We have a 6 rules to see that is met. And we had a take profit hit of 180 here on this platform. So for now, all I'm looking at another high from this high, and then I want to see a pullback and keep on taking longs for crude oil until the price gets to the level above in red. That is a major level of resistance, which is right here. 78.06 goes up to 80.27, from where I'll be looking to enter my next sell trade with bearish engulfers, double top inverted hammers, 382 candles. So let's add Palladium today as well. So we have two zones for Palladium. One is above and one is below. Now, as you can see on 4-hour time frame, we had a confirmed bullish engulfer, and that is a valid buy condition that would have hit your take profit easily. I did not take this trade, but that would be a valid entry condition, and that price is pushing higher. Now the zone above, which is a major level of resistance, is 1288, goes to 1340.49 zone, from where I'll be looking to enter my sell trade if the price gets to my level with bearish engulfers, double top, inverted hammers, 382 candles. Now if the price pulls back down and give us a big pullback, the zone below, that is a trend continuation zone, bullish, is 1094, goes to 1137.19, from where I'll be looking to enter my buy trades with bullish engulfers, double bottoms, hammer candles, or 382 candles bullish. So these are the zones I'll be paying attention to take my buy and sell trade from here. Keep an eye here, look for your conditions once the price give you a reason to enter. So that's it for commodities, guys. Any questions, any confusions, you can always email me at support@thewateofmoneymarkets.net. I'll get back to ASAP. Hope you trade green rest of the week. See you guys in the next video. Till then, take care.